Starting to get cold. Fall is here. Beautiful. Have a few more weeks where I can cook outside. After that, we'll have to cook inside again. But that's Canada. What are you gonna do? We live in the north. So today's episode is beef and baigan curry with parata roti. So let's go. So I cut up the beef, washed it, and I put it in to just have a head start. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. For the salt, you add as you so desire. So we picked some today. This is what we're gonna use for the curry baigan, and we have some because we're gonna do baigan choka also. So this week it's all about the baigan or eggplant. So we're cooking the curry with beef and the eddos, and we're also making the baigan choka. So I'm gonna start with the baigan choka. The barbecue is hot. Tomatoes from the garden. So the star of this curry is the baigan, but the eddos is the big star. So I'm slicing it up, not too big, not too small. That you can do, it melts down, so you do it the way you like. This may not be the correct way, but it's my way, Danny's way. So the meat is, for me it's cooked. I don't like to overcook meat. Oil is hot. So I'm going to start with the onions, tomatoes, pepper, garlic. Green seasoning. The green seasoning is the herbs that we picked from our garden and the tower garden, which is the basil. We have basil, we have the thyme, we have the celery. And we put some pepper also, blend it up. So all winter we're gonna have that. Multitasking today. Taking care of the baigan. Okay, this seems ready. I'm gonna put in the curry powder, garam masala, ginger, turmeric, cumin. You know, I may not be doing this exactly the way like some of you do, If I'm doing something right or wrong, it's okay. Please leave a comment so that I can learn to do it better. If you think I'm making mistakes. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. I don't like to burn the masala too much. I think it's okay now. Just gonna add the meat. I think this is done. You don't want it to catch at the bottom. Time to add the eggplant. This summer was just a lot of eggplant that we cooked, but we were blessed. We were blessed with a bountiful harvest of eggplant. And not only eggplant, a lot of stuff, except for the cucumbers. The harvest was not that long. As I was saying just a while ago, a lot of eggplant, a lot of baigan. So harvest is good, so we eat a lot of it. I'm going to tell you a little story about eggplant or baigan. I think it was in 1976 or 77, somewhere around there. In your past episodes, you heard I talk about my grandfather had a ranch up Kanji Creek. So when my grandfather was sick and in the hospital when he died, we were all busy with him. And because we were busy with him, people were stealing the cows at the ranch. By the time we realized what was happening, we went in there. It was like we only had maybe 100 and 150 heads of cow left. So my uncles Adam and Sean decided that, okay, that's it. We're gonna close the ranch down. Which is very sad because my grandfather always used to say, no matter what, never close the ranch. But it so happened that we had to do that because it got dangerous. And we went there and we started to catch the cows and take them out. Even it was so brazen that when we were there, people would come and we would hear the boat. The engine would stop and they would come in. There would be silence and then you would hear gunshot. They used to shoot the cows like there. So as coming to the baigan story, as we would put a boatload, sometimes a boat would take maybe 20 heads out. They would go, have to travel up to Rossignol, and then they would put them there and keep them. And they would come back in 2 days, they would be back in, and they would stop at the market and they will buy baigan. Every day they come out, they come back in 2 days later, they bring baigan. It's the easiest thing for them, I guess. So for 14 days straight, I ate baigan. It so happened now that when we brought the cows out and we transported them, walked them on the road from Rossignol to Golden Fleece, and I went to my uncle's house at Weldon, and guess what? My aunt, Mommy, she was chipping baigan. So that made day 15 was all baigan. After a while, I didn't want to see this, but now I'm okay with it. If you had asked me 10 years ago if I'd be eating baigan like this, I would say hell no. But you know what? When you eat baigan 15 days in a row, and especially when you eat it, cooking it in the bush, there's nothing inside, there's just straight like that, you get so fed up of it, you don't want to eat it again. But now it's okay. Spending time in Kanji Creek was a real blessing for me. I can't wait that the next time when I visit Guyana, I get to go and try to see if I could find that place. Yep. And those are 80%. Just gonna add a little bit of water. You add as much water as you want. If I have this my way, I put boiled egg inside of this. So this, I'll let it simmer for another 5 minutes. So now we're gonna move on to the roti. So I'm just gonna put some oil on this. As you saw in my other videos, I showed you how I do it. Oh, I have to wait for it to get hot. Oh. I don't eat a lot of roti, especially now. During COVID, I gained a lot of weight. I'm trying to cut my weight down. So this is my episode for today. I just want to say I want to be thankful for getting out of this pandemic slowly. It's been a very hard year and a half. My business is back up and rolling. I'm very, very thankful for that. We had a bountiful harvest of eggplant and other items, but today the star is eggplant or baigan. We had a bountiful harvest, and I just want to say thanks and happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there, family, friends, subscribers, and everybody on earth that had a very hard time, and now we have to be thankful. So here is my baigan, curry baigan with beef, and Eros, baigan choka with roti. So thank you very much. Please thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for sharing and liking. Happy Thanksgiving again. Have a great weekend.